So, guys, today we'll try to understand loops or iteration statements. So, we'll try to understand loops or iteration statements. Now, let's try to understand in any programming language, statements, all the statements are executed sequentially, that is, one after another. Now, the first statement in a function is executed first. Yeah. As we have seen earlier in if as well. So this is executed first, this is executed second, and it goes in a sequence manner. Yeah. But sometimes there could be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several times. For an example, if I tell you, if I have to go for tables like 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, I have to reiterate it so that it goes in loop and prints out the entire table to the number of times that I have specified. Yeah. Now, in programming languages, provides all programming languages that we have control structures that we have been seeing right now. Yeah. So one of the control structures is loops. Yeah. So Python loop, when I'm talking about, allows us to execute a statement. Yes. Statement or group of statements multiple times. Yes. So that is the function of loops or iteration. Now, if I have to provide you a diagrammatic representation, I have previously done this. So if you can, so this is a kind of loop. So what happens is it goes into a condition check whether it is true, then it goes into another condition, conditional code. Again, it loops back, checks whether the condition is true or false, then it again loops back. It loops this entire thing unless and until the condition returns to a false. So that is called a conditional loops. Yeah. Now, when I'm talking about loops, there are three types of iteration. So this could be first could be while loop. Yeah. What it does is it repeats a statement or group of statements, okay, while a given condition is true. Yeah. So unless and until the condition is true, it keeps on looping the entire code. Yeah. It tests the condition before executing the loop body. Okay. So that's the definition of while loop. Another kind of iteration or loops statement is for loop. Yeah. Now, what for loop does is it executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code that manages the loop variable. Yeah. So it will keep on looping the statements or code until and unless the range specified or the specified thing is completed. Last is the nested loops. Now, this is not a statement as such, but it is, you can use one or more loop inside any another while, for, or do while loop. Yes. So I can use the nested loops could be, I could use while loop inside a for loop or a for loop inside a while loop. That could be a nested loops. So this is not a separate statement, but is a way of combining both statement to have multiple loops in a given statement or a block of code. Yeah. So this is called loops or iteration. Now, Python as such, we also need to, along with loops, we also need to discuss is the Python loop control statements. Yeah. Now loop controls change execution from its normal sequence. So loop or jump statement. We'll just complete the theory first and then jump on to our other things. So this could be control statements as what we have specified earlier, jump or control statements. Why I'm doing both this together? Because they are more interrelated to each other. Because jump statements are used inside loops majorly. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to cover both of these control statements together. Now, what loop control statements does is they change execution from its normal sequence. Yeah, when execution leaves the scope, all automatic objects that were created in the scope are destroyed. Yeah. So you need to be very careful while using this statement because it may jump a statement or it may skip a particular statement. Yeah. Python supports three types of jump or control statement. Those are break statement, continue statement, and pass statement. Now, the three types of control jump statement. Keep it very simple. Jump statements. So the first is your break statement. Yes. So what break statement does is it terminates the loop and transfers execution to the statement immediately following the loop. Yeah. So it terminates the loop. It will suddenly break the entire loop and move the entire code out of it. Yeah. Currently, we are just going through this theory, but we will do the examples as well in our subsequent videos, but we'll try to understand what this statement does first, and then we'll use them. Yeah. So break statement, it terminates the loop. Continue statement, it causes the loop to skip the remainder of its body and immediately restate its condition prior to reiterating. Yeah. So it reinstates the body. Yeah. And last is the pass statement. Now, what pass statement does is it is used when a statement is required syntactically, but you do not want any command or code to execute it. Yes, so that's why we use pass statement. Now we'll try to understand all these statements one by one in a subsequent videos. Yeah, by taking one or more example. Hope you understood this theory. Yes, we'll do the practicals of both loops as well as the jump statement. Thank you so much.